What is up, everyone? This is Major League Gaming, and also happy May Day to you all. It is now May 1st here, so May the 1st be with you. So, for this video today, I want to talk about what makes Link so important to me, and why I look up to him so much, even as of today. I've actually done a video like this last year. However, I decided in the long run that I should probably delete it and redo it all over again, because I want to give a much more better take on the video to tell you guys more about what makes Link so important to me. So as you guys know by now, I've actually looked up to Link ever since I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old when The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time first came out, and the Link in that game is definitely the Link that I look up to the most out of all the other Links. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually do look up to the other Links as well. Ocarina of Time Link being number one, and Twilight Princess Link being second. Well, Twilight Princess / Skyward Sword, since they basically wear the same kind of tunic, if you want to put it that way. But Ocarina of Time was definitely the game that made me want to look up to Link a lot more. And since then, my mindset of treating Link like a best friend has not changed since then. What's really funny is that in 2008, just when I entered college, I actually cosplayed Link from Twilight Princess first, and that was actually the very first time I actually got to cosplay Link. I'll have a link to the shop where I actually got the costume originally. I actually got it on eBay at the time, but the same seller that makes the costumes and my hats for me is now on Etsy. I'll have a link to her shop. You can check out for yourself if you like. It's not a sponsor or anything, but I thought I'd just share it with you guys because I need to give the seller some credit for making the Link costume. So what makes Link so important to me, even as of right now? So the truth of the matter is, I had a really rough childhood, mostly because of my disability. It wasn't until 2023 when I realized that I actually had autism. I have to thank my sister Snail Trails for helping me realize that I actually had autism when we talk about it. And after talking about it so much, I was able to realize, yep, I have autism. It's not really a bad thing. I think autism is a good thing. Well, disabilities are not really a superpower, but in my mind, autism, it's technically a superpower that can give you the advantage when it comes to critical thinking. So it's really a really good thing. But besides that, though, Link was there for me the most during my college years. And the reason, well, he was there for me in middle school and high school too. But in college, that's where Link really came in to help me get through a lot of hardships in life. The reason being was that I was having I've had a lot of I was under some serious depression when I was in high school. It didn't help the fact that my dad and stepmom had gone through a divorce just before I entered college. So Link was really there to help me get through it all. Link was like my only best friend at the time, and he still is. I know I'm kind of crazy, thinking thinking that a fictional character back here is a best friend, but if you've been through a lot of hardships like I did, well, you probably would understand better anyway. But yeah, you can call me crazy for saying such things, but it is what it is. The moral of the story that I'm trying to make here is that any characters that well, any character that you grew up with throughout your life will eventually become your best friend. Characters like Link especially, they're not really just a bunch of polygons. They're a virtual living being from another dimension that are basically there to inspire us internally. What do I mean by that? So when I say inspiring us internally, they inspire us in ways like to become like better thinkers, to become better learners in life. That's just how I see it. And Link really taught me a lot during my darkest times in my life. And these are things that I really cannot forget, even as of right now. And it's also the reason why I still cosplay Link, even casually as of today, as a light streamer. Link's spirit was there through everything, and now that I become a live streamer, it's like I'm able to really follow Link's footsteps, and in return, Link is there to give me the legs I need to virtually walk on for life. Because in reality, I can't really stand or walk at all, and in real life at all. I have to use a wheelchair to get around. But Link is there to do the standing and walking for me. But either way, despite my disability, my medical condition being a huge obstacle for me, Link is there to help me get through it all. It is what it is. Another thing too that I have to say is that the truth of the matter is, when I look back at it right now, I feel like Link did a much better job raising me than my own family did. I'm just being honest about it. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat stuff, just because this is something that people can't stand to hear. This is the truth of the matter. There's no other way around it. So if you guys have like a favorite character that you look up to, whether it's Mario, Sonic, or maybe one of the Disney princesses, whatever, it is what it is. That's just how things work. But we have to remember too is that when we look up to the characters, they are there to help us internally, like to inspire us internally, not just like who we are on the outside. If you guys remember the crap Disney pulled with their woke live action remakes, you probably understand. If I were to ask Link to become disabled like I am, not only would that hurt me, but it would really piss off the entire Zelda community worldwide. So I'd rather have Link, have legs of his own to stand and walk on, so that he can be there to help me stand and walk on virtually if I need to, not the other way around. People today especially need to realize that characters are basically a best friend to us. They're not really just a bunch of polygons or just a tool or a weapon for politics. They're our best friend. That's just the reality of it. This is Major League Gaming, logging out. Thank you guys for watching.